Good morning, all. We will continue the problems on gear trains. Yesterday, we have discussed a few problems on compound gear train and reverted gear train and epicyclic gear train. So today, we will discuss few more problems on epicyclic gear train. Okay, so this is the problem. An epicyclic gear consists of three gears A, B, C, shown in figure. The gear A has 72 teeth. Okay, this gear A has 72 teeth and internal 72 internal teeth, and gear C has the 32 external teeth. This is gear at the center. The gear B mesh with both A and C and is carried on an arm EF. This arm is EF, which rotates about the center of A at 18 RPM. If the gear A is fixed, determine the speed of gears B and C. Okay, so I'm audible.
Yes, sir.
This is the problem. Okay, this epicyclic gear train, it consists of three gears. A, this is the outer gear, that is the inner, it consists of inner teeth. Okay, gear A, and this is gear B, and this is gear C. Okay, so now see, this gear A has 72 internal teeth. Okay, so it consists of 72 internal teeth, and gear C has 32 external teeth. Okay, this is the these two are the external gears as usual. Okay, these consist of 32 external teeth. This gear B mesh with both A and C. This gear B mesh with both A and C. Okay, and it carried on an arm EF. This is the arm EF, which rotates about center A at 18 RPM. Okay, so here he has not given the direction. So later we will consider the anti-clockwise direction. Okay, see here, when the gear B mesh with C and A, this arm carries both B and C. When arm rotates 18 RPM in counterclockwise, when the arm start to rotate, what will happen? This will rotate about, because this gear C is, gear A is fixed. So this gear A is fixed. When arm start to rotate, this will, when it is rotating in counterclockwise direction, what is the direction of this one? So it will also rotate in counterclockwise direction. At the same time, this will rotate in clockwise direction. So this will rotate in counterclockwise direction. Okay, so we will get the directions later. So if the gear A is fixed, determine the speed of gears B and C. This B and C speed we need to find. Okay, so these are the data he has given: TA, TC 32. So he has not given TB. How we can find out the TB? Okay, so before that we will. Okay, so we will discuss the remaining parameter. Later on will come for the number of teams. Okay, so now table is remains same. The first column and second columns are same. The first, now when come to this the third column here. So I told you we have discussed the arm is first we should write arm. Then you can start with A, then B and C. Otherwise C, B and A. Okay, na? So you can start with C, then C is mounted with B, B is mounted with A. Okay. Otherwise, if you started with A, so A is mounted with B, then B is mounted with C. Means which the gears have the mesh each other. So we have to follow the sequence. Is it clear? Is it clear about this row?
Yes, sir.
Always when you are writing, first you have to write arm, then you can start with any one gear. So either you can start with A, So if you are not A here, so A is meshed with B. So you have to write B. Then B meshed with C. So you have to write C. So in this I took C. Okay, this is the C. C meshed with B. So I wrote B here. Then B meshed with C. Yes, sorry, C B meshed with A. So I wrote A. Now first row arm is fixed. So which gear you have consider here? Second one. See, first arm you have to fix. Second, what we have the gear you have started, that should be +1 revolution. Okay, so that is 1 revolution in counterclockwise direction. Okay, so now arm is fixed means speed of the arm is 0 rpm. So this is the +1 revolution. So gear C is +1 rpm. Okay, +1 rpm. Then gear B. How we are going to write the gear B? If gear C is rotating in counterclockwise direction, so it will rotate in clockwise direction, correct? So that's only, so clockwise direction negative. So we know that NB by NC is equal to TC by TB. Okay, TC by TB. So for NB is equal to TC by TB into NC. NC is +1 revolution, so it will become TC by TB. Sign is minus because this is the anti-clockwise, this is the clockwise direction. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now it will become TC by TB. Okay. So now this speed. What about the gear A? Gear A is meshed with B, correct? So how we can write this speed of gear B? NB by NA is equal to TA by TB, correct? So NB by NA is equal to, sorry, we need to find out gear A, right? NA by NB is equal to TB by TA. So for NA is equal to TB by TA into NA, sorry, NB. Okay, so I will write here.
The value of threshold number we want. The next step is supposed to do this product of we multiply these two. We'll get the value of rental and threshold number as 0.507. Please calculate the values. 0.507.
So NA by NB, that is equal to PB by PA. Okay, na? So that I can write. I required NA because this is the speed, gear A speed we required. So NA is equal to what we can write. So PB by PA into NB. Okay. So here, so okay. So here, so what is the NB? From the NB, we know that this is minus TC by TB. So what will happen? It will PB by NA is equal to PB by PA into, so minus of TC by TB. Have you got this? How we are going to get this one? Audible? This NA, for to find out this speed of, to find the speed of this column, okay. So NA by NB is equal to TB by TA. So we required NA. So NA is equal to TB by TA into NB. What is this speed of gear B? Speed of gear B is minus TC by TB. Okay. So here This TB gets cancelled. So it will become minus TC by TA. So you can get the one doubt. So why it is negative here also negative? Are you following?
Yes, sir.
So you may get the doubt that is here it is a clockwise direction negative. So why it is we are not changed the sign? Because these two are, this is the internal gear and this is the external gear. When the external and internal gears are meshed, both will rotate in same direction. Okay, na? If it is now it will rotate in clockwise means when it is, you can imagine when it is start to rotate in clockwise, so it will also make rotates in clockwise only. So that's only. So we won't change the sign. We will keep the sign. What is the direction of previous gear? Okay. So now speed of gear A is equal to NA is equal to minus TC by TA. So I hope you got the idea by this simplification. Okay. So once you wrote this row, next is very easy. So instead of plus one revolution, we are going to give the x plus x revolution. So what will happen? This is 0, this is plus x, this is minus x into TC by TB. Here minus x into TC by TA. So next third row is add plus y revolution for all element. Okay, plus y plus y plus y plus y. So now total motion is equal to y. This is x plus y. This is y minus x into TC by TB. This is y minus x into TC by TA. Is it clear about this table?
Yes, sir.
Is there any doubts for this table? Anybody?
No, surely.
Okay. So now see, this last row gives the equation for NEF means speed of arm. This is speed of gear C means NC. This is NB. This is NA. Okay, now. So now he has given the condition. We need to find out if gear A is fixed, determine the speed of gears B and C. Okay, when arm rotates 18 RPM. So I will consider this is plus 18 RPM. So counterclockwise we can consider. Okay. So now see here. If gear A is fixed means what? Speed of gear A is fixed means NA is equal to 0. Correct? Is it right? NA is equal to 0 means y minus x into TC by TA is equal to 0. Okay, we need to find out what is this value and what is this value to get the speed of gear C and gear B. Okay, this gear A is fixed, so y minus x into TC by TA is equal to 0. So now see here, y minus x into TC by TA is equal to 0. Okay, so he has given arm rotates about the center of A at 18 RPM. This arm rotates 18 RPM. So y is equal to, I will consider plus 18. This arm speed is y. So y is equal to plus 18. Okay. Then what will happen? This becomes 18 minus x into 32 divided by 72. TC by TA. So he has given both PC and TA. We know that. So by using that, we are going to get 32 by 72. So finally, x value is 40.5. Okay, na? Then from this table, speed of gear C is equal to x plus y. Okay, so you add this speed of gear C is equal to x plus y. 40.5 plus 18. Okay, so I skip here. Plus 18, that is equal to 58.5 RPM in the direction of arm only. It means plus only. We are going to consider plus only. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, we need to find out the speed of gear B. Okay. See here, you can able to see in the table, speed of gear B is equal to y minus x into TC by TB. So we know the TC, we know the TA, we don't know the TB. Means number of ticks are gear B. We don't know how we can calculate this TB. See, you can imagine from here to here we can measure the distance, right? How we can measure the distance from the radius of this gear A? Pitch circle radius of gear A. That pitch circle of radius of gear A is equal to radius of pitch circle of gear C plus pitch circle diameter of gear B. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Correct?
Yeah.
Total
Yes,
this
sir.
distance is equal to this plus this. Otherwise, diameter of gear A is equal to this diameter plus this diameter. Again, this diameter. Correct? It can rotate around the means it is 2 diameter of B. Correct? Let DA, DB, DC are the pitch circle diameter of ABC respectively. Okay. From this figure, we can see here 2 dB here plus DC is equal to DA. Otherwise, RA is equal to dB plus RC. Okay, so now it will double, so it will become 2 dB plus DC is equal to DA. Correct? So we know that this diameter is we know that modulus remains constant. So what will happen? We can write 2 TB plus TC is equal to TA. Correct? 2 TB plus TC is equal to TA. So what is this 2 TB? We know the 32. TC is 32. We know the plus that is equal to TM is 72. Okay, this he has given in the problem 72. TA is 72, TC is 32. Okay, 2 TB plus 32 is equal to 72. So TB we are going to get 20. Okay, therefore speed of gear B. How we can write? So we have the equation. TB is equal to speed of gear B. NB is equal to y minus x into TC by TB. You substitute that NB is equal to y minus x into TC by TB. That is equal to y. We know that 18. So then x is 40.5 we found here. So TC by TB 32 by 20, that is equal to 46.8 RPM. Okay, na? So 46.8 RPM. So actually you are going to get this is minus 46. Sorry, you are going to get minus 46.8 RPM. So it is opposite direction of the arm. Is it clear? So you can change this
Yes, sir.
result because this is the you are going to get negative 40.5 into 32 by 20. So you may get more, it is more value. So we are going to get this minus this 18. So here minus 46.8 RPM. This is the speed of gear. That's it. Is it clear? Shall we go to the next problem?
Yes, sir.
So we will solve one more problem. So now two shafts A and B are coaxial. A gear C 50 teeth is rigidly mounted on shaft A. A compound gear DE gears with C. Okay, this compound gears DE gears with C and an internal gear G. Okay, this compound gears with C and G. Okay, D has 20 teeth and gears with C, and E has 35 teeth and gears with G, internal gear G. The gear G is fixed and concentric with the shaft axis. Okay, the compound gear DE is mounted on the pin which projects from the arm key. Okay, arm keyed to the shaft B. Sketch the arrangement and find the number of teeth on internal gear G, assuming all gears have the same module. If shaft A rotates 110 RPM, find the speed of gear B, shaft B. Okay, so slowly just I will. So here in the problem he has not given the figure. So according to the problem, so we wrote the figure here. Okay. So A and B, a shaft gear C is rigidly mounted on A. So I will consider this point is A. Okay. This point is A. It is rigidly mounted on shaft A. Okay. A compound gear D and E with C. Okay, so this compound gears D and E with C and an internal gear G. Okay, so this D and E are one gear is meshed with C and another gear meshed with G. This internal gear. Okay, D has 20 teeth. Okay, so D has 20 teeth. 20 teeth and gears with C. So this is the smaller gear, 20 teeth, gear with C, and E has 35 teeth and gear with G. Okay. So E has this E has 35 teeth. Okay. The gear G is fixed and is concentric with shaft axis. So it is fixed and it is center for the shaft axis. Okay. The compound gear D and E is mounted on a pin which projects from an arm key to the shaft B. Okay, it is projected from here to here. Okay, so sketch the arrangement and find the number of teeth on G, assuming that all gears have the same module. So if the shaft A, this shaft A rotates 110 RPM, so find the speed of shaft B. So means speed of this gear D or gear E, both are same speed. If you found this one, so easily you can find that is equal to speed of shaft action. So now he has given TD here, he has given TC 50, TD here 20 and T is 35. Okay, so speed of shaft he has given 110 RPM plus 110 RPM means that is counterclockwise direction. NA is 110 RPM, this speed of shaft in. Okay, so now we need to find out the teeth on gear G. Okay, can we calculate like this? From here to here, what is the distance? Here to here, what is the distance? How we can find?
This point is explained, because we are in college now, we are not in home college. So I cannot use the whiteboard also, I'm explaining it the most. There I want to explain again.
Anybody can guess how we can measure the distance?
Open the next problem. Shall I go for the next one?
See here, this radius is equal to, this radius means RC plus RD plus RE, correct? Similarly, diameter of total diameter is equal to, so here, so once again I am telling you, RC plus RD plus RE, correct? Here to here RE, here to here is RD and here to here is RC. When come to the diameter, it will become DC plus DD plus D. Is it clear? So then TG is equal to TC plus TD plus TE. Is it clear? Okay, so next is we got the number of teeth on hair G. So next we need to write the table for this one. So same first column and second column are makes fixed. So here when you are mentioning the gear, so you will have to start with which gear you are started. So first I wrote the arm. So I will start from here because I need to measure the gear speed of this one only actually. So you can start with anyone. You can start with G or you can start with C. So what I will do, I will write gear C first. Then gear C is mounted with gear D. Gear D because I took two gears D and E because these two are the compound gears. compound gears means the speed of these two gears are same. Okay. So if you find the speed of gear D, that equal to speed of gear D. If you find speed of gear E, that equal to speed of gear D. Okay. So now this is the speed of gear D and E. Then E is motored with G, so I will write speed of gear G. Okay. So now how we can calculate how we can write the speeds? See, so initially arm is fixed. So this gear C, this first gear, gear C rotates through +1 revolution. So 0 +1. What about this gear D and E? See here, gear C is mounted with gear D. So ND by NC is equal to speed of gear D divided by speed of gear C is equal to TC by TD. Okay. So ND by NC is equal to TC by TD. So ND is equal to TC by TD into NC. Okay. What is the NC? Speed of gears is +1 revolution. So TC by TD minus y I am taking, it will rotate in opposite direction. So minus TC by TD. Okay. This is minus TC by speed TD. It is the speed of gear D or gear E. Both are same. So next, for this one gear G, okay. So this E is mounted with G, correct? E is mounted with G. What will happen? So we are going to use NG divided by NE, that is equal to TE by TG. NG by NE is equal to TE by TG. NG is equal to TE by TG into NE. TE by TG into NE. So TE by TG we know that, and what is the NE? Speed of gear E. So that is equal to speed of gear D. That is equal to minus TC by TD. So you substitute TC by TD into TE by TG. This is becomes minus. Okay. So here we are not going to change the direction. If it is external gear, so it will become plus. But here we are not going to change the sign because this is the internal gear. So direction of both the external and internal gear, then these two are meshed. The direction is same. So we are going to use the negative sign only. Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay. So now next step is very easy. So arm is fixed, gear C rotates plus X revolution. Instead of 1, it is plus X. You multiply the X here, then add plus Y revolution to all element, plus Y, plus Y, plus Y. Okay. Total motion is equal to Y, arm speed Y, then gear C, NC is equal to X plus Y, then speed of compound gears D and E is equal to Y minus X into TC by TD. Speed of gear G is equal to Y minus X into TC by TD into T by TG. Okay. So what we need to find here in this problem? Sketch arrangement and number of things. Assuming all gears having module, if shaft A rotates at 110 RPM, find speed of shaft B. Okay. So shaft A rotates 110 RPM means we know that in the problem of has given gear C is mounted on shaft A. Then D and E are mounted on shaft B. So shaft A rotates at 110 RPM means the speed of gear C is equal to 110 RPM. Okay, speed of gear C is equal to 110 RPM. Then and so this internal gear is to be fixed actually. Okay, so we are going to assume internal gear is fixed. So what will happen? Gear C, speed of gear G is equal to Y minus X into TC by TD into T by TG. This is equal to 0. So we are going to use that is equal to 0. So what is the speed of shaft as given? Since C is rigidly mounted on shaft A, therefore speed of gear C and shaft A is same. So we know that speed of shaft A is 110 RPM. So what is the speed of gear A is? Gear C is X plus Y. So X plus Y is equal to 100. Okay. So what about by using the equation, this equation and this equation? By simplifying these two equations, So we are going to get x is equal to 60 and y is equal to 50 by solving these two equations. Here he has not given the arm speed. Okay, arm speed y we are found by using these two equations. Okay, now, so arms shaft, speed of shaft B, speed of speed of arm is equal to plus y, that is equal to 50 rpm in counterclockwise because we found here. So then, one more step. See, he has given to speed of shaft. Okay. So what is the speed of shaft here? What is speed of shaft? Okay, so we need to find speed of shaft means these two gears are mounted on this shaft B. So what is the speed of shaft B? D, the speed of gear D and E. Y minus x into TC by TD. So use that equation. So I have not completed that one. So you can calculate y is shaft of speed B, speed of shaft B is equal to y minus x into TC by TD. So we are already found y is 60 and y is 50 and x is 60. So we know the TC and TD. So you can get the speed of shaft B. Okay, now here only we found the speed of this one arm. So after that we have to use that equation to find the speed of shaft B. Is it clear? Hmm? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Y is 100 or
This-
it's 110, no?
Sorry?
The equation 2, I think, is x plus y is equal to 110.
Oh yeah, this is 110. See, when I'm typing it, that mistake. Okay, that is x plus y is equal to 110.
Yes.
So simplify this to you can. Okay, this type of problem you are going to get. Just you should know how to write this table. First you write R. Second you start with any one gear. You can start with G, or you can start with E. Then C. So you can third row is here C is meshed with D. Okay, so then D and E are compound gears, so both are same. Speed of both the gears are same. This is the actually speed equation we are going to write. Okay, these two speeds are same means whatever if ND is equal to NE, both are same. Okay, then E is mounted with G. So next you write the gear G. Okay, like that. You have to write sequentially. Then we know that how to write this speed equation. So for these two, then you write equation for these two. So you are going to get the final equation. Is it clear?
Sir, the speed of shaft B will be equal to the speed of compound gear DE.
Yeah, compound gear DE. That's one thing. Actually, I have not calculated.
Sir, but in the last slide you have written speed of shaft B equals to speed of arm.
This one, right? No. This is wrong. Actually, when I was writing the. Speed of shaft B is equal to ND that is equal to NE. Okay, so we know the equation for this ND and NE here. So you can substitute and you can get them. Okay, na? Is it clear?
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So these are the few problems. So I will share the notes in Google Classroom as well as WhatsApp group about gears and gear trains. Okay. So from next class we will start the camps. Last one.
What will be the portion in second module? Second internals.
So actually the discussion is going on. There is no second internal. So directly you are going to write descriptive in the third internal. So finally, I think today by end of today evening, so you will get that details. By end of this day,